Hey guys, welcome to the Daily Dose. It is Monday, March 30th, 2026. Hope you had a great weekend. It was March Madness. I got to talk about that. The incredible shot heard around the world by Connecticut that had no business winning that game. Duke controlled the whole game. Then the lead was slowly chipping away, but still, they have the ball with 10 seconds and a 2-point lead. They throw it away. A magical shot for three from Mullins from Connecticut and UConn. Not Duke is going to the Final Four. And for the second straight year, Duke, I know a lot of people have different feelings about Duke. I'm not a huge fan of some of the fans that they have always talking about Duke basketball. But they've melted down 2 years in a row, last year in the Final Four, this year in the Elite Eight. Unfortunate for Duke. Let's talk about UConn. UConn is in the Big East. I'm in the Big East with Villanova, and it pains me to say it as a Villanova competitor of UConn, but wow, they're doing things really well. They're the only team in the Big East that has sort of big-time football. All these other schools, Villanova, Seton Hall, Butler, Xavier, DePaul, etc., Georgetown, no big-time football, so no allocation of major resources to football, but they do well in basketball, not only on the men's side, but the women's side. Both teams in the Final Four. The women's are probably a prohibitive favorite to win. UConn has to play Illinois in the first game of the Final Four. So we'll see. But UConn, you got to tip their hat to them. They don't have the resources media-wise that Power Four conferences have with the huge deals for the SEC, Big Ten, and to a lesser extent, ACC and Big 12. They're the Big East. Now, the Big East has a good deal, but it's a basketball deal. There's no football. It's a basketball deal. And they've been able to do it. Now, the one thing the Big East has is a $20 million cap, and they have no football. So theoretically, the Big East teams like UConn could allocate so much of that $20 million to basketball. But again, it's not clear how much they're spending, but they're spending a lot on women. They're spending a lot on men. They're doing it without the media revenues of the Power Four conferences, and kudos to them. And they're paying their coaches. I mean, a 6-year, $50 million deal for Dan Hurley, and then, of course, a 3-year, $18 million deal, or 5-year, $18 million deal for Gino Auriemma. That's the biggest in women's basketball. So we'll see where this goes in terms of the Final Four, but kudos to UConn, hat tip to UConn. I know it was a magical ending. They probably should have lost, but wow. And they're doing it without media resources. And they do have football. So they have to spend some of those resources towards football, even though they're a basketball school known far and wide for that. And they have a lot of donors, and they'll get more donors because the ROI they just showed on both sports, women's and men's basketball, is strong.